Can you imagine the North Dakota assassin throwing another touchdown to CeeDee Lamb?
Hail the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Diva! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans.
Dallas still stinks.
Everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and we are just a week and a day away from the NFL draft. Just over a week from the draft. Cannot wait. I've been waiting for this for so long. And with this whole thing, everything going on in the world, it's made waiting for the draft seem like it's taken even longer. But it's coming, and it's coming quick. And one of the things that I've been very excited about is that over the course of the last 3-4 days, maybe even a week, we're finally starting to hear people say, hey, you know what? The Eagles could trade up. It is possible that they could. There's been some scenarios. Ray Didinger talked a little bit about it. There's people talking about it because it was always a possibility, okay? And my hope is that it was very quiet leading up until the draft, but now that it's getting here, the Eagles are starting to make their move. They're starting to get the word out. They're starting to negotiate. That's what I'm hoping is happening right now, and it's going to lead perfectly to draft night. Boom, when the Eagles make that move. Now, I've said all along, you give me one of the top 3 wide receivers in this draft, I'm good. Time to smoke a cigar. I'm going to be like Mike Ditka when he traded all his draft picks for Ricky Williams. Remember that? He went and he just was like done. He traded all the pick draft and went and sort of smoke a stogie. Now, I'm not going to do that because we need our picks and stuff. But I'll be very happy. I feel like you can't lose if you get one of the top 3 wide receivers. I think all 3 of those receivers are going to be studs. Now, before we get into this latest Eagles rumor, we have to say, this time of year, there's also a lot of smoke screens, a lot of misdirection, a lot of deception. Teams don't want to tell teams what they're planning. They're trying to throw teams off. So all that goes on. All that has to be accounted for, and we have to put that out there. This all could be just nonsense and rumors and just misdirection by the Eagles. That's always part of it, okay? However, we got to talk about all these rumors as they happen, because what happens if it comes true? You know what I mean? What happens if it comes true? And me, I'm a what if guy. I'm a what if guy for everything. What if aliens come? What if they're fake alien invasion? What if there's this? What if there's that? What if there's 2 shooters at JFK? What if everything I do, I'm what if. I what if everything. I analyze it to the 99,000th degree. Okay, that's the way I am. So I do that with football and with rumors and things like that. I want to talk about all of it, give you my opinion on all of it. And the latest one I want to talk about is what Joe Torre of 97.5 The Fanatic put out there. He put out a tweet earlier today. You see it right here. And it says that the Eagles love CeeDee Lamb, and they're actively and aggressively pursuing CeeDee Lamb. It's the apple of Howie Roseman's eyes. Now, this could be total misdirection, could be a smokescreen. Maybe they want to trade up for Ruggs or Judy, but they're saying CeeDee Lamb. Who knows? Maybe it's all fake. I don't know. I do know that people say that he has a good relationship with Howie Roseman. So if he does, and he's putting out this tweet, then hey, you never know. It could be real. Now, if the Eagles got CeeDee Lamb, I'd absolutely love it. I'd absolutely love it. I mean, to me, CeeDee Lamb is the best receiver in this draft. No question about it. I have him 1. I have Judy 1A. I have them very close, but I have CeeDee Lamb ahead. If the Eagles could land this guy, he's an instant starter year 1. Year 1, week 1, instant starter. Oh, God. They could figure this out. So the question would be, how far do you have to go up to get CeeDee Lamb? That's a great question, because I talk a lot about trading up for Henry Ruggs, because I kind of feel like, hey, Henry Ruggs is in our wheelhouse. We can trade up and it's not going to kill us too much. If you can get to 14 or 15, it's not too bad. But to get CeeDee Lamb, you're going to have to go up further. I'm thinking, to be safe, you probably have to get to 10 or 11 in order to get CeeDee Lamb. Now, I'm all for it if they can get him, because I believe that the Eagles have to get the receiver right, especially in the first round. So, what would it cost the Eagles to move up that far? That's a good question. Now, there was a trade speculation that ESPN did, and they basically, maybe it was a mock or trade speculation, but they had the Eagles trading up with the Jets to get to that 11th pick. And the Eagles, I believe, if I remember this correctly, they gave up their first, a third this year, a third next year, and Rasul Douglas. And they moved up from 21 to 11. And the Jets went back to 21. I would do it at that price in a second. I think it may be a little higher. I think you're going to have to throw a second round pick in that trade. Not necessarily do you have to give your 2020 second round pick. You might. And that may be what it takes. And if so, then do it. Because I still have a third round, 3/4 round. I could trade back into the second round if I need to get another receiver, or I could just wait to the third round. If you get CeeDee Lamb, he's such a significant upgrade, okay, that I think you're okay waiting to the third round. So if you have to trade that second round pick to get this done, do it. But if you could avoid it, definitely do it. So maybe you do something like this. Your 2020 first, a third round this year, a fourth round this year, a 2021 second. Maybe that would get it done. And Rasul Douglas or somebody else, something like that. But I would absolutely love if they could trade up for CeeDee Lamb. Now, do I think it's going to happen? No. But I would love it, and he's putting this out, and I like the fact that people are putting it out because this is the one avenue nobody wanted to talk about all season but me. Trade up, trade up, trade up. I'm glad that the possibility of the Eagles doing it is actually happening. Now, the second part of this tweet is also interesting because what he says is if the Eagles can't trade up to get CeeDee Lamb, they're going to stay at 21. If the top 4 receivers are off the board, they trade back. They go back. You know what? I'm totally okay with this. I would not mind a situation. I'll tell you personally, if the top 3 are off the board and you're not drafting Denzel Mims at 21, I'm trading back. I'll trade back and grab Mims, or I'll grab Ayuk or somebody like that, gain an extra pick. I have no problem with it. But what he said in there is if they can't trade up and the top 4 off the board, Eagles are moving back. I have no problem with this because you could take Justin Jefferson at 21. Then you still have moves where you can go and get back in the second round with your second and an extra fourth and get another player. Or if Jefferson's gone, which could be, there's a real legitimate chance that Justin Jefferson is not going to be there at 21, then you move back and get extra picks. I have no problem with it. If this is what the Eagles are thinking, if this is how they're thinking, I love it. I love it. This is what I need. This is what I'm talking about. This is a draft in which this team has to come away with a stud receiver. They got to come away with a stud receiver, a true number 1. CeeDee Lamb is that dude. He's that dude. And look, maybe Lamb is just the guy they're throwing out there, and it's really Ruggs or it's Judy. Who cares? Any of the top 3. I have no complaints, no problem with any of the top 3 in this draft. Just get it done. Just get it done. Now, like I said at the beginning of this, it's all could be a smokescreen. All could be a giant smokescreen. We just don't know. We just don't know. But that's the beauty and the excitement of the draft. I live for these things. I love it. I love the up and downs and this and that and the thoughts of maybe they're going to make this move, that. That's what's so exciting about it. That's what's captivating about it. That's why I'm going to be streaming it live. And hopefully this wall doesn't come down. Because that's the draft. That's what I like. It's very fun to think about what they could do. And I just hope Howie gets his balls in place, grabs them big things and starts saying, all right, let's go, let's make a move, and goes up and gets a guy that we think is going to be good, okay? Not every receiver, they all don't pan out, I know. 40% of first-round picks don't make it. I get it, but I really believe the top 3 are going to be really good. I think all 3 of them are going to be good. But here's the thing. Especially at wide receiver, if picking a wide receiver, you have a 40% chance of hitting on it, okay? And you take that 40% and then you compare it to Howie Roseman's 0% of drafting wide receivers that ever pan out, I'm I'll take the chance with the 40% over the 0%. That's kind of how I see it. You see how I do mathematics, calculating the calculations of the cornbread? That's the way we get it done. Hey, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see what happens. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Very excited myself. And hey, we're going to find out. I will be streaming Thursday, so look for that. I'll put a notification out early so you guys know when. But we're going to do a live stream. Hopefully we can discuss this and any other great rumors that come up. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.